Assalamu alaikum. This is the Islam of House of Israel. Hope everybody having a good day today. Peace, everyone. Assalamu alaikum, no jihan. Assalamu alaikum to the room.
Wa alaikum salam.
All right. Today's topic again is going to be those blowers in the knots. Those blowers in the knots. I think that's chapter 113 in the Quran. Chapter 113 in the Quran. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. Everybody good? All right. All right. Everybody can see the screen. Can everybody hear me and see the screen?
Yes, we can see. We can see your screen.
All right. I see refuge with God Almighty get sent and rejected one. Let's start out with. Could you read that for me, Nojihan, real quick?
It says Quran 3:7. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. It is He who has sent down to you the book, and in it are verses precise. They are the foundation of the book, and others unspecific. As for those in whose hearts is deviation, they will follow that of it which is unspecific, seeking discord and seeking an interpretation, and no one knows its interpretation except Allah. But those firm in knowledge say, we believe in it all. All is from our Lord, and no one will be reminded except those of understanding.
Those of understanding. And understanding is a spirit. Yeah, the spirit of knowledge, spirit of understanding, spirit of truth. Those are gifts that the Most High give you to give you insight, to be reminded. All right. And who will be taught? Who will be taught by Allah by way of inspiration?
Okay, would it be the messengers and the
Yeah, it
prophets?
will be Isa. Yep, messenger will be taught by Allah through inspiration. All right, let's do it. Quran 113. Quran 113. In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the entirely merciful, the especially merciful. Wow, it's weird. All right, say, I seek refuge in the Lord of the daybreak from the evil of that which He created. From the evil of that which He created, and from the evil of darkness when it settles, and from the evil of the blowers in knots, and from the evil of the envier when it envies. All right, this chapter, we're going to look at this. We're going to also later on look at this chapter word for word. Word for word, it says blower in knots. Some translations says those who practice secret arts. Um, and all of that, I can see why they translated it like that, because it has something to do with that, but it's either even a greater meaning than that. All right, so we're seeking refuge with some of the things that the Most High have actually created. Um, most people think that the blowing in knots is some type of witch that put some knots together with some strings and just blow in it and say bad things. But the blower in knots is written in the earlier scriptures. The blowers in knots, they're written in the earlier scriptures, and we're going to go through it. Make sure you're paying attention. All right, the knots. There's different type of knots that bring us together in the spiritual world. Okay, there's beings come down, and every time you create a close tie or close relationship, there's a knot that's created. There's a knot that's made. There's a knot that comes down. All right, and we'll talk more about it. and it binds you to that person. When you marry a person, you create a knot. Okay. Even on when you contract things, you make oaths, you create a spiritual knot in the unseen world. You have knots with your sister. You have knots with your brother. You have kinship knots. You have knots with the group of believers. The disbelievers, they have their knots. And even in the scripture, um, some people got the rope. Well, that one lady, she got a rope around her neck. All right. It's knotted around the neck. She got a rope around the neck. All right. So, you know, you ever heard of, like, they say, I wasn't with him. It was an entanglement. Yep, that's right, an entanglement. You can have so many knots, so much going on that you feel suffocated. That it's just a knot over here, knot over there, just everything going crazy. All right. Those knots can be loosened, those knots can be resolved. All right. We're gonna look in the Quran, and the Quran is gonna show us the word knot, and we're gonna look in the previous scriptures about this knots, and then we're gonna find out who are the blowers in these knots or on these knots, and what are they blowing on these knots. All right, knots. Let's see if I got it. All right, so now, Lord Jihan, could you go to word for word with me? We're gonna look at the Quran. First, I want you to go, let's go to chapter 113, and we're going to look at the word for word and make sure that it's saying knots, because other translations say different things. So could you do
Okay.
that for me? Quran. And we're gonna go word for word, chapter 113. And I think it says it in 4, right?
Okay, you said Quran chapter 113.
Yep. And then this is gonna help your life. You're gonna be like, man, this is very powerful. Like when I get connected with people, when I get married, when I, things I'm creating knots, you know. You can have a knot created with a person, with a mate. You don't have to go to the courthouse or do nothing to create a knot. You could create a knot, and but we'll get into that. That's the spiritual world. And that's what matters. The knots that you create with people. Let me know when you're ready. Share your screen.
Okay.
And then we're gonna figure out what's that created thing that be blowing on the knots.
All
And
right.
what is it blowing on the knots? Are you ready?
Yes, I can share my screen.
Remove mine. So let's make sure we're on the right track. And I'm here to make things clear. Totally clear.
Oh, okay. Do you see my screen?
Yes. Go word for word. We're going to 113. Go all the way down to 113. And I think it's 4. No, you're not. You're at 1. You're at 2. I need you to go to 113. 113. Chapter 113. Let's go to 4.
Okay, it says he created, and from the evil of darkness when it spreads, and from the evil of the blowers in the knots.
Go down, go up, go up. Now the blowers, that word right there, naf. You see that naf? Naf something. What is it? Oh, go far too. You went too far. Went too far.
Okay.
Right there, the blowers. Now it's something in that word. Don't go there, because well, if you go there, that's the only word in the Quran. It's nowhere else.
Okay.
Um, I already went there for you. But that word right there, you can find similarity of that word in the Hebrew. But I didn't have enough time to like put it all in this presentation. But it's even more to it. All right, let's go to knots.
Okay.
Go down to knots. Click on knots. Because the Quran explains itself. All right, you see 113. Let's look at another place where it says knots.
Okay.
We already went to that one. Any other place? We're gonna go to these. Go to another place.
Okay, here's one that the knot in Surah Taha, the knot, and untie the knot from my tongue.
Okay, go to another one. That's what Moses said to untie the knot from my tongue.
Okay, and this here is in Baqarah, and it says, and if you divorce them before you have touched them, and
Pause
you
it.
have,
Go to word for word because it says contract, but it's not really contract. Go to it is kind of a contract. Word for word. You see it?
yes, it says,
It said contract, but it really should have said not.
goes the one in whose hands the knot of marriage.
Right, go up. You gotta read up. Start up further so they'll know what we talk about.
Okay, and it says, let me go up. You have, and if you divorce them before you have touched them, while already you have specified for them an obligation, then half of what you have specified, unless they forego or forgoes the one in whose hands the knot of marriage.
Right. Pause it. All right. See that? The knot. Who hands is the knot of marriage. See that? So
Mhm.
they're getting together, and in the spiritual world, and even it seemed like the ancient people knew. The ancient people say you're tying the knot. So they creating, but it's a real knot. No, you need to stay there. Stay there. Because you're gonna go to another one. Go to the other one.
Okay.
So in the spiritual world, it's a rope that's coming down, and it's a real knot in the spiritual world. It's a real knot. Go back to the other one. It's another one. I think it's two. We already did we go to that one? I don't know. I forgot. We'll see. To scroll down. Nope, that's the same one. 2:37. Go up to 2:35. I think we went backwards. Yep. Concerning proposal woman, blah blah blah. Let's see. No, that's weird. Is that the same thing? Decree. We did 2:35, 2:37. Maybe we did them all. Was it 2027? Maybe we did them all. We did 113. That was the first one. Yep, I guess we did them all. It's all good. All right. I don't know why I got this written down. Go to Quran chapter 5, verse 1. I just want to see it. I don't know why I got it written down. Go to word for word. Yeah, we got to stay in word for word because it's not really going to give us. I'm trying to see if this is it. Does it say anything about not? Scroll down. There we go. That word right there. See that word? That's similar to knots. The contracts. Contracts. Similar to knots. You click on it. You see that? Yeah, there we go. Scroll up. No, then we go down there. You see 5-1? Yeah, I mean, it's very similar to knots. Arabic words are all kind of like you change a letter and then it's still a similar word. You see contracted, contracts, similar. All right, so We create knots. We know there's a marriage knot. You can take it down. But while you take it down, I want you to have Ezekiel ready. Ezekiel chapter 1 ready. Mm, yeah, let's go. Go to Ezekiel chapter 1. We're ready for Ezekiel chapter 1. All right. So now we got to figure out what is this blowing going on in these knots. And some translations do say has something to do with some type of secret arts of, you know, fate. So we're going to go there. Okay. Go to the full chapter.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So let's read it.
Okay. It says in the 13th year, on the 5th day of the 4th month, while I was among the exiles by the river Kebar, the heavens opened and I saw visions of God.
All right.
On
So
the
to the Islamic house of Israel, this is the 4th month. This is the month of what?
covenant. I'm sorry, Ramadan.
Yes, the month of Ramadan. Okay, the same time we practice the month of Ramadan. Go ahead.
On the 5th day of the month, it was the 5th year of the exile of King Jehoiakim. The word of the Lord came directly to Ezekiel, the priest, the son of Buzi, in the land of the Chaldeans by the river Kebar, and where the Lord's hand was upon him. I looked and I saw a whirlwind coming from the north, a great cloud with fire flashing back and forth, and brilliant light all around it. In the center of the fire was a gleam like amber, and within it was a form of 4 living creatures.
All right, now let's go word for word. Click on 6. Yeah, where it says 6. We go from here on, we're gonna go word for word. Go to where it says lexicon. Scroll up. Click on lexicon. All right, so this is where you're gonna see some stuff coming up. We're gonna keep reading. This is where you're gonna see. Yeah, you're gonna see a mistranslation, but it's mistranslation on purpose. I think Allah allowed it so we can understand it and they won't understand it. Keep going.
Okay, it says 1, 4.
No. Each. Go over to the side. Each.
Oh, okay. Each of them had 4 faces and 4 wings.
Keep going. Go to the next one. You gotta scroll up. Gotta go. Yep, to the side. Keep going.
Their legs were straight and their feet were like a calf's hoof, and they gleamed like burnished bronze.
Keep going.
Under their wings, on their 4 sides, human hands. As for the faces and wings of the 4 of them,
Keep going. I think it's 9.
their wings touched one another.
All right.
Their
Now here we go. Go up. Go up. Go. No, go up. No, you gotta go up so we can see. No. Go back to 1:9. What did you? All right, right there. Their wings. Look at there. Look at 226. Look at it. It says to unite, be joined, to tie a magic knot, or spell to charm. You see that?
mm-hmm,
See that?
right,
To
right here.
to to unite, join what? A magic knot. Remember, a spell.
Oh,
These
wow.
are the
Yeah.
cherubims that's coming down with these wings, and they tying things together. And they putting a spell on certain things. They come down with fate. They put a spell on certain things. What are they putting a spell on? What does it say next? Another mistranslation. Woman, wife, female. See that?
Hmm.
And that word is Isha. That word doesn't mean one. That word means Isha. That's woman. That's a mistranslation. Then it
Hmm.
says sister. So the wings is coming down with these wings to unite, join. You got a knot, and it's a magical knot. See that?
Mm-hmm.
So during the month of Ramadan, it says in the Quran the angels come down with the spirit to
Right.
bring down the what?
The ruach.
The decree of what's going to happen. So we seek refuge with Allah against the blower or knots. And I'm gonna show you how they blow on knots. They come down, okay? They come down. We'll go get into it. Keep going. To turn about,
All right.
to turn
To
about,
turn
go
about
around, surround. When they move,
each
look, now
one.
look at the word ish. They mistranslated again. That means man. That's not each. That's ish. That's man. This is totally mistranslated. You can see it, right?
Yes.
When they moved, it says man to go went straight forward.
Hmm.
Interesting. It's gonna do that again. It's gonna do that like two more times.
Hmm.
When it talks about their wings, they came down with their wings,
Hmm.
and they're full of eyes. All right, we're not finished with it. We're not finished with it. What do you think so far? And I'm gonna keep going.
Right. I mean, amazing. Hmm.
All right, keep it up, but I want to put my screen up. But
Okay.
keep yours up, but I'm gonna put my screen up. Just keep it right there. We're gonna come back to yours.
Okay.
All right. So the Most High have certain insects that He named certain chapters after, because these insects they have a couple attributes, a little bit of attributes of the angels. You got the spider. The spider has a lot of eyes. The cherubim, seraphims have eyes all over them, right? What does a spider do? Chapter 29, the spider. The spider has a web. All right. They entangle you in their web. The Most High inspires the spider to weave a web. These angels are coming down with this rope, with this, and they got many eyes, and they're inspired. They're coming down with decrees. We're going to talk about the wheels with the eyes. The lamb has 7 eyes in the book of Revelation. Seraphim had eyes all over them. Cherubims have many eyes, similar to the spider. All right, kinship ties. These are more ropes that we have. Could you read that for me?
And those, Quran 8:75, and those who accept faith subsequently and adopt exile and fight for the faith in your company, they are of you. But kindred by blood have prior rights against each other in the book of Allah. Verily, Allah is well acquainted with all things.
So in the mother book, the Most High really, really, really recognizes your kinship ties, your blood ties. That's serious. All right. There's also messenger and prophet knots. Messenger and prophet ties. Could you read that for me? I didn't put a chapter, sorry.
All right. Say, if your fathers and your sons and your brethren and your wives and your tribe and the wealth you have acquired and merchandise for which ye fear that there will be no sale, and dwellings ye desire are dearer to you than Allah and his messenger, and striving in his way, then wait till Allah bringeth his command to pass. Allah guideth not wrongdoing folk.
33:6, and then I explain.
It says the prophet is closer to the believers than their own selves, and his wives are their mothers. Blood relations among each other have closer personal ties in the decree of Allah than believers and muhajirs. Nevertheless, do ye what is just to your closest friends, such is the writing in the decree.
All right. Where's this decree at?
Would that decree be from Allah, from the blowings of the knots?
No, the decree is in the mother book. This is in the decree of Allah. So the messenger tithes, well, let's talk about the prophet tithes. The prophet is closer to the believers than themselves. So the prophet is more important than your children and your kinfolks. But your kinfolks got a different type of kinship rights. The night of decree. What we saw in Ezekiel is what happens during the night of decree. The angels are the cherubim. Read that, please. 97:4 in Ezekiel.
That night, the angels and the Holy Spirit descend by the permission of their Lord for every decreed matter. Quran 97:4.
All right. All right. So let's go to, it says, the angels and the spirit descend therein by the permission of their Lord with all the decrees during the Ramadan. The living creatures, the spirit or the breath, the spirit means ruach, it means breath, is inside of the wheel and it blows on the earth. So the cherubim, the living creatures, which are the cherubim, come down and they're connected to this wheel. This wheel inside a wheel, and this wheel has all these eyes, and the ruach, the spirit, is inside the wheel, and it blows on the earth from this wheel. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 37.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, I got some of it.
Okay.
I got some of it. Wait till you go there. Let's read this. I got some of it right here. Ezekiel 1:15. Okay. Read that for me.
When I looked at the living creatures, I saw a wheel on the ground beside each creature with its four faces. The workmanship of the wheels looked like the gleam of beryl, and all four had the same likeness. Their workmanship looked like a wheel within a wheel. As they moved, they went in any of the four directions without pivoting as they moved. Their rims were high and awesome, and all four rims were full of eyes all around. So as the living creatures moved, the wheels moved beside them. And when the creatures rose from the ground, the wheels also rose. They
Keep
would
going.
go, and the wheels would rise alongside them, because the spirit of the living creatures was in the wheels. When the
What
creatures
does spirit
moved,
mean?
the
The
wheels
ruach.
moved.
The ruach of the living creatures was in the wheels. Keep going.
When the creatures stood still, the wheels stood still. And when the creatures rose from the ground, the wheels rose alongside them, because the spirit of the living creatures was in the wheels.
Right. These are the living creatures The same living creatures that was supposed to bow, and they did bow. The cherubim, they did bow.
The ones that bowed to Adam, right?
Yep. And they come with the spirit and blow on the earth. Read that. Revelation 7:1.
Okay. And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree.
So when the winds blow, what will happen?
When the winds blow, that's when that decree is going to be um, issued out.
So the decree is in the ruach of what's going to
Right.
happen, the
Right.
destiny. So if you got a rope or if you got something tied to you, whatever it can blow good stuff on it, it can blow bad stuff on it. We want it to blow good stuff.
Right. That's right.
All right, and from the evil of the blowers in knots, Pickthall says, and from the evil of the malignant witchcraft, and from the mischief of those who practice secret arts, and from the evil of those who blow on knots, the blower of knots. So this is a created thing that the Most High created, the cherubim.
So that
It,
that was a mistranslation with the 113, the Pictal.
yeah, it
They
says
didn't.
knots. The
There was
word, the word is knots, and it's
yeah.
plural.
It's not malignant witchcraft.
Yep. But we read in Ezekiel that it is a spell.
Right.
It's fate. It
Mm-hmm.
is not a spell like it is a type of like yes, it's you're in it. I mean, it ain't no spell like a witch, but it's a spell like a yes. They can take your like they blow inspiration and make what happens.
So say for
So if
example,
you want me to jump off the
like
bridge, the Most High put it in the ruach and blow it, and it goes through my cord. Then I'm gonna jump off the bridge. I'm gonna be like a zombie. You know what I'm saying?
right.
What you about to say?
Oh no, I was just gonna say something similar, something like with Saul. What happened to Saul?
Yep. Ecclesiastics 12:6. Ecclesiastics 12:6.
No, okay. 12:6. Okay, I'm there. Did you want me to share my screen?
Yep.
Okay, this is 12:6. It says,
Hold on.
remember.
Hold on. It doesn't have to be word for word, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Remember him before the silver cord is broken and the golden bowl is crushed. The pitcher by the well is shattered, and the wheel of the cistern is crushed.
Do you know what the silver cord is?
The rope of Allah.
No, the silver cord, if that's broken, then what happens? If the silver cord is broken, well, it
Your
is
life.
kind of like that. It's not the rope. It's not the rope of Allah because everybody got the silver cord. If
Well,
the silver cord is broken, you die. That's your umbilical cord to keep you alive. Your
oh wow.
spiritual umbilical cord,
Hmm.
right above your navel.
Mm.
Spiritual civil cord
Mm.
above your navel.
Gotcha.
It's spiritual. If it's cut, when it's cut, that's like an umbilical cord. You die.
Gotcha.
Just like when a baby come into this world, you have an umbilical cord and you cut it.
Right. Yeah. That. Wow. So the civil cord, that you, it's a spiritual cord. So he's saying, remember him before that cord is broken.
Yeah. When that cord is broken, you die.
That makes sense.
I mean, don't come out your body, but if you, I'm not saying that don't come out your body, but if you come out your body and you can, you'll see it. You actually see the civil cord.
Mm. Mm. Deep.
All right. Yes. Mm, Ezekiel 36. I'm gonna put Ezekiel 36. All right.
Okay. I see Ezekiel 115 up there. Did you want me to read that? Give me 1 second.
All right. So basically, let's see. I'm gonna do groups, kind of groups. Let's do Quran. Quran 39, verse 71.
Okay. Quran 39:71. Okay. It says, those who disbelieve will
Hold on,
be driven.
you gotta share your screen.
Okay. Sorry about that. Share my screen. Okay. It says, those who disbelieved will be driven to hell in throngs until when they have reached it and its gates are open, its keepers will say to them, did not messengers from among you come to you, reciting to you the revelations of your Lord, and warning you of the meeting of this day of yours? They will say, yes, the verdict of punishment is justified against the disbelievers.
All right. So the unbelievers is going to be gathered in groups. So beware of what groups you enter, because that's creating that's creating a tide as well. That's creating a knot. It says you'll be gathered with your respected imams. Go to Quran chapter 99 verse 6. Go to word for this one.
Okay.
Because they kind of played with this one right here.
Okay, chapter 99, verse 6. Okay, it says 99, verse 6.
Verse 6.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay, that day will precede the mankind scattered in groups to be shown their deeds.
All
You
right.
want to go to 7, 8?
No.
Okay.
Scattered groups. Scattered groups. That's just
Okay.
another example.
Oh, yeah. Mankind scattered in groups. Indeed. That day, okay. All right.
Read that for me.
All right. It says, hold on to the rope of God. It says Quran 3:103, and hold fast altogether by the rope which Allah stretches out for you, and be not divided among yourselves, and remember with gratitude Allah's favor on you, for you were enemies, and He enjoined your hearts in love, so that by His grace you became brethren, and you were on the brink of the pit of fire, and He saved you from it. Thus doth Allah make His signs clear to you, that you may be guided.
I'm doing it.
Hold fast to the rope.
And I got more to teach, but I'm gonna end it right here. We can finish this later.
You
Alrighty. Salam alaikum,
um
everyone. Huh? So what?
brother, assalamu alaikum.
Mm-hmm.
Please continue if you have more to teach. No, alhamdulillah.
I'm done for today.
Oh, okay.
I'll just teach it later.
Okay.
All right. Salam alaikum.
Walaikum salam.